What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and in this video we're going to be doing Chapter 7 Mission 3's Heroic Battle. In this heroic you're going to be using both Hanks, Hank Pym and Beast. Of course this means they both get a brand new E-ISO, and for Hank Pym, it's the diminutive and powered ISO 8. This is going to give him a 20% chance to shrink and avoid incoming attacks. Now I have to say the dialogue for this one is pretty amusing, and the fight itself isn't that hard if you pay attention to the main mechanic. So let's go ahead and read through this dialogue and then we'll jump right into the battle. Hank, I believe these are the Iso-saurs we were looking for. They show all the signs of the variant ISO 8 infusion. I believe you are correct, Hank. Their genetic signatures tantalize the mind. More to the point, Hank, we better round these Iso-saurs up real quick unless we want them to eat us. Indubitably, Hank. Destiny calls us to greater things than being metabolized by saurians. Alright, so on to the fight itself. We are using the default Generalist Beast, and of course Hank Pym. Our Beast does have very low health, and I don't normally use him in his Generalist costume. But for this fight it actually isn't that bad. The costume that is, because you can use the Inspiring E-ISO and grant morale boost to your team. For my first move I wanted to use either Grapes of Wrath, or Beast level 9 on that Alpha Predator. But you know what, before I even choose an action, let's go ahead and mouse over all the Iso-saurs. They each have special passives, and then they all share one big mechanic. First, the Alpha Predator has From the Shadows, chance to gain an extra turn. He protects, and then also there's Strength in Numbers. This is the most important part of the fight. Each Iso-saur will call for help when left alone. This means you should never knock out two enemies, leaving one to call for help. The way you can work around this is, first off, I like to take out the Alpha Predator, but you could finish off the Elder or the Stalker. All you would need to do is place Cornered on the Predator, and then he'll no longer protect. But anyways, taking out one of the Iso-saurs really fast is going to be your best bet, and it can be freely done. When you're knocking out a second enemy, that's when it gets tricky. You will either want to use Hank Pym's AoE attacks to take down two at once, or at least make sure you can finish off both before either one gets another turn. If a lone Iso-saur does manage to get a turn, he'll summon two back. You'll definitely want to avoid this at all costs. Now on Beast's turn I'm actually going to finish off the middle Predator, and then we'll have two Iso-saurs remaining. Like I said, you can freely do this, it's totally fine. They'll only summon two back if there's one by itself. After this we're going to have to wait through two more enemy attacks, and hopefully Beast will live. However, I do think that Hank Pym is by far the most important hero in this fight. One of the big reasons for this is because of all his debuffs and his AoE attacks, especially bug squashing. Unfortunately here it just falls short of finishing both of the Iso-saurs. Even if it would have knocked out the Elder, Beast could finish off the Stalker, but instead we can't risk taking out either one of them, and anyways Beast does have mental anguish. So what we're going to do is use War and Peace. The Stalker is second to act, so it's safe to use on him. Then on the Elder's next turn, he does knock out our Beast, but Hank Pym should easily finish off both enemies with one AoE attack. We're going to go ahead and use his level 6 Army Advance, and unless we're really unlucky, we should win this one. Sometimes this one goes extremely easy, but in this case, they did focus on our Beast. Still, a win is a win, and now let's go ahead and see what other E-ISO we can get. Oh, and by the way, even with Beast getting knocked out, we still beat the score challenge, which was only 20,000 points. So yeah, it's not a terribly difficult one, and here it is completed. We got 1 CP at the time, and of course we got to advance. Then moving on to the roulette, we already saw that we could win the diminutive E-ISO, which looks like a pretty good option for Hank Pym. And also we can get, and we did get, the Pacifying and Powered ISO 8. This says Beast regains health on any turn he does not attack, meaning that this one would be very nice for the Generalist costume. So hey, that's not bad, one down and one to go. So now the only thing left to do is check out the end dialogue, and I'll go ahead and read that very quickly. Well Hank, that's that for the Iso-saurs. Sure is Hank, what a team we make. After this heroic we only have one more to go from Chapter 7, and that will be posted later today. After that it's going to be time to focus on PvP videos for Null and also for Gorgon. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe, and also please leave a like comment, and share. That's all for now, and until next time, good luck and take care.